We are using collectible coins in our game, and it got me thinking, what's the history of coins? Why do we put coins in games? How did this all come about? This is a devlog about the coins being in the game. This is also a bit of a trip down memory lane to find the origin of coins in video games. Mario Brothers. That's the obvious place we all start when it comes to coins and video games. Unless you see Pac-Man dots as coins, then Mario Brothers is where the coins are all starting. So why did Mario Brothers use coins? Well, I've got 3 ideas of why this was a thing. Number 1, this game would have been really boring if you just had to kill Koopa Troopers. There's really not a game here unless you're trying to collect something as well as kill something. Number 2, the coin looks like it should be able to come out of the pipe. The coin and the pipe kind of work aesthetically really nicely together. So I think it was just an accidental coincidence. And number 3, this was an arcade game. Arcade games were powered by coins. So it made a lot of sense to have coins as the reward. Even though I don't think this was the reason they chose to add coins, I think this was a subliminal reason why they added coins. You really think there would have been a lot of arcade games with coins, because if you were playing one player, you would see next to you insert coin. It was in that world of arcades that coins were such a commodity. Just let me paint a picture for you. Mum gave you 5 coins to go down to the arcade so you could play your favorite video games. You played all 5 of these games. You used these coins up. You've got no coins left. What next? You want to play some more? Part of this arcade gaming psyche was to walk around looking for that coin on the floor that someone might have dropped, because a coin equals a game equals fun. This was why I think coins were an awesome idea for having as a collectible, because we always kind of had that one eye looking for the next coin. However, at the time there was only a few games with collectible coins. And in the 90s, we started moving towards consoles. The whole coin thing didn't really take off in arcades like you would have assumed it would have. It was when they released the next Mario game that they decided to keep the coins. And coins started finding their way into a lot of the other Nintendo titles that were on the early Nintendo console. All of these coins were mostly to provide you with points, and if you had enough points, most of the time you would get an extra life. But it was the game Alex the Kid that used this coin as an in-app purchase. This Sega classic was you'd collect coins to be able to get these items to make the level easier to play through. The other Sega classic, Sonic, just had these rings. I think it was actually mobile games that really brought coins as the collectible they are today. We badmouth mobile games like nothing else, but because mobile games really brought in the pay to win and the in-app purchases, they needed currency in their games. And this is where coins such as Mario looking coins fitted nicely into that world. As much as it pains me to say, mobile games were here and they often stole a lot of game ideas off early console and arcade ideas. So when they saw these coins, the developers just thought, let's use these as a currency in our game. And they started becoming the collectible item that started flowing into so many popular games that we see. Like the early Mario games, we wanted to add coins throughout the map to encourage the players to go exploring and find those leftover coins around the arcade type area. It gives us an arcade vibe, and I love that. But we are also using the coins as a payment method. No in-app purchases, I promise you. So you can open gates to progress through the game. The coins are like, you put them in the slot machine and you open the gate, or you unlock the next machine, whatever it is you need to progress through the game. For me, coins are really awesome too because they're shiny and bright. If you have a banknote, it's just dull and boring. Even though it has a higher currency, it doesn't look as shiny. I think it's important to kind of look backwards when you're making a video game so you can understand where things have come from. And having some retro elements to your game is always cool in my point of view. Also, why not learn from the best games in the business when you're making your own indie game? If you want to know more about Lighthaze World, please subscribe, and I'm going to get back to building it. So see you next time.